Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. Back at it again with another work stream. Today's job, cleaning an apartment, getting it ready for whoever decides they're gonna move in. It's fun, it's always fun. Welcome in, welcome in. How's your guys' Saturday going so far? Hopefully you guys are having a much better day than I am. It's currently snowing out. I'm working with no heat. It's always fun. Yeah, so yesterday, some time ago, this previous tenant got evicted or moved out, whatever the case is. And of course, they left practically everything, so yesterday was fun. Had to bag up everything and throw it out. You know, sometime in this next week, we gotta take it to the city dump and dump it. But they're closed on the weekends, so fortunately all that garbage has to sit outside. And hopefully it doesn't snow too hard, because dealing with garbage is one thing. Dealing with buried garbage under snow is a completely different stressful freaking task. It's annoying. I've literally been sitting here scrubbing this freaking stove for probably the last 20 minutes. It was so dirty. It's like they used it, but it seems they never cleaned it. I don't know what it is, but it seems like the more advanced we become in society, the less decency people seem to possess. You know? I'm currently I have no running water, so I had to bring water from home. It's cold, so my hands are already numb. Yeah, chat, pretty much. This is why I haven't been streaming lately. I haven't been able to play any games because I've been busy taking care of apartments and stuff. Welcome in, guys. Welcome in. Thankfully, though, this place isn't as bad as some of the other ones that I've had to take care of. Like, can you guys imagine this room right now? Imagine this room. Imagine not being able to walk through the door because there's so much garbage and so much trash literally piled to the ceiling. That's the kind of work that I have to deal with almost on a daily basis, because it seems nobody knows how to throw anything away. Absolutely everything seems to have value to people. Even though they never use it, it'll stay in a drawer, it'll stay buried in a closet, gather dust and mold and crap like that. Oh, but you try to throw it away and suddenly it's a problem. Suddenly they want everything. Hello, Serenity. You don't gotta feel too bad. I've been doing this for a good 15 years. I'm used to it. Normally a cleanup crew would consist of at least 3 or 4 people, but for the most part, I work alone because I know how to get the job done and done right, for one, but also to take time. The job is expected to be done in 8 hours, but it can be done in like 4 or 5. I'm aiming for the 4 or 5 hour mark. I hate sitting around wasting time and taking a good old time with this crap. I'm having a nice day so far. I only got to work for a couple hours because I have a gender reveal party to go to later on today. So, I figured I'd get some work in, make that money before I go and party. Party hardy. Hope you guys are having a great day as well, or night, whatever time it is for you. What up, Mateos? Sorry if I mispronounced your name. Welcome to the stream. Technically, I have to do this because this place is actually condemned. I don't know what it got condemned for. All I know is that it's condemned. And in order for us to uncondemn it, it has to be cleaned. There's a lot of electrical issues that need to get fixed. That's not work. Time to pull out the Scrub Daddy. I think that's what it's called. These things truly work wonders, guys. I suggest you guys invest in these. They really, really help. Oh, I should show you guys. I'm kind of scared. I don't want to open it because I have all the windows closed, so the smell is going to end up freaking doing some damage. But I'm not joking when I said for some reason people don't know how to take care of themselves, even though we're advancing so far in freaking humanity. Y'all want to see something? I apologize if you have breakfast or anything yet. This is going to probably going to upset your stomach. This is the freezer. That is the freezer. I'm not even pulling that out. We have to essentially throw this freezer away. What you guys are seeing is black mold all over. Ugh. Oh, I just breathed it in. I don't know if you guys saw it. All of that is black mold though. That entire fridge needs to get thrown away. Shoot. But just another day in paradise. Yolanda, hello. Long time no see. How are you doing? Yeah, I may try to get a gaming stream in sometime today. Not entirely sure. We need to get back into some R6 because now that it's global, I guarantee you, I've already lost my position in rank. And those of you that have been in the stream, you might know our buddy Nova. I'm pretty sure he's been grinding. So he's most likely definitely gonna be higher rank than I am. I am cleaning. Right now I'm scrubbing down a stove before I move over to the sink and stuff. I'm doing good, Yolanda. Tired as hell, but good. some people let their stuff go so badly that it doesn't matter how much you scrub, not everything's gonna come off. My only other option would be to soak everything with cleaning solution for a couple hours, come back and then take care of it, but this is a one and done. No, I actually just threw away a dresser. You want to see how much stuff? It doesn't look like a lot because I'm good with bagging, I'm good with organizing and throwing things into bags and whatnot, but this is what I had to pull out yesterday. All of that, including that entire shed, which hasn't been touched yet, but all of that. I just had to throw that dresser out when I got here. Oh my God, it was heavy even without the drawers. And these doors in here are small, so it's like you really gotta know how to move furniture around if you expect to get anything freaking in and out of these places. Yeah. And believe me, that's actually nothing compared to what I'm used to. That's an easy day. That only took me and my sister like 2.5 hours. Right now we're in the kitchen. Literally, as soon as you walk into the door, you're in the kitchen. And then right off the door, there's another bedroom, which this was the worst of it, this closet. I don't know what they did, but they decided to put holes in the wall and then throw a freaking lamp in there. Like I don't know what the heck they were thinking. And then there's freaking closet, and on the floor, a hole. It goes all along the base. That's just, it's a lot, but it's not. Only thing I'm supposed to be keeping is a freaking safe and a mini fridge. They got a fridge that they didn't take care of. I don't even want to open that mini fridge because if it's going to be anything like the regular fridge, then it's just black mold. And then you walk from the kitchen, you're literally in the living room / I don't even know. I guess that can be another bedroom. I'm not entirely sure. And then we got this tiny ass bathroom, which the floor, we need to redo the flooring in here because the vanity is now practically broken. We have to replace the vanity, but I'm still gonna clean it just so I don't have to hear my boss. But yeah, it's a pretty decent bathroom. Like, if they would have taken care of it, I wouldn't be in here having to do too much work, but it is what it is. Like I said, the only crappy part is that there's no heat. Technically, there's no electric, but we're not going to talk about that, okay? I know the lights are on, but they're not supposed to be. But the worst part is there's really no heat here, and the weather's been fluctuating between like 40 and 50 degrees the last week. I am to a very negative fault. But hey, if you're gonna do work, you might as well do 100%. There's no point in doing the work if you're not gonna give it your all. That's the way I see work, period. Doesn't matter what kind of job it is, how hard it is. If you're gonna do the work, just give it 100%. Because there's a lot of things you won't be able to control. A lot. So it's like the one thing you can control is how well you do the job. My only issue is I gotta figure out how I'm gonna clean these floors because I left my mop with one of the other workers and I don't even know if he's in town yet because he lives out of town. He's like a 25-minute drive away. And I don't even know if he's coming into town, because technically this wasn't even supposed to be part of the plan. I have a whole nother place that has a bunch of stuff that I have to clean up and then throw away. And that's gonna take, like, if you saw that, now take what you saw outside and add 5 times that amount, and that's what I'm looking at having to take care of sometime next week. It's fun, especially being one of the pretty much one of the younger crew members. Everyone else is up there in age, so it's like all the hard work, all the heavy lifting. Oh yeah, get the young guy. But you know, it is what it is. It's a job. It sucks, but it gets me what I need and occasionally what I want. Can't even clean these pieces because there's no water. Which one was which? There we go. Oh wait, I gotta throw the things back on. Can't forget the covers. So weird. There's a small one, a medium one, and 2 big ones. Why? Just make them all the same size. Ugh. It's simpler. Alright. And the stove, whew, ew. The stove is as clean as it's gonna get. What up, Nova? We're cleaning. We just finished cleaning this, the grill, or the stove. I don't know if I want to open it. Yep, of course. They still got food in the freaking stove that they didn't open or eat. Morning. How's your day going? Oh, okay. Sink. I gotta clean the sink. So we're gonna move over here. There we go. Started off the day today. That's good. It's always good to start the day off good. I really wish I could have freaking had some coffee before I started, but I gotta remember to get some when I leave here later on today. I gotta be sparing with my water supply because I got a jug of water. And this is what I gotta use to clean everything. I gotta figure out how to save enough to be able to clean the tub, clean the sink in the bathroom, and then clean all of these floors with that amount of water. Good thing I got cleaning supplies, so the majority of it will be like Fabulosa or whatever, but yeah. I would have my sister here helping, but she's currently helping getting ready for the gender reveal party, so it's just me today. Me, myself, and I. And you guys. Oh my God, bro. The sink is coming apart. Look at this shit. should not be able to do this with a sink, guys. I give the plumber 2 stars. 'Cause I mean, at least he managed to get it into the hole. Yeah. Remember, guys, if your parents make you do chores, just keep in mind it could always be worse. I used to hate doing chores. No, I'd rather do them over this, because this is just insane. And there's no water, like I said. My boss wants me to go and bug one of the freaking tenants upstairs for water. It's like 11 o'clock in the morning. I ain't gonna risk getting bitched at by anyone because I woke someone up. The people on this street are already very paranoid about people who don't live on this street walking up and down this street. Oh my god, I cannot feel my fingers. Got some crocodile wipes from Home Depot. Oh, how many houses have I cleaned? Now, are we talking houses or houses and apartments? Because we own both. And I've been doing this for about 15 years. So probably like 1,200, no lie. Not just in this town, but in the surrounding areas as well. We own a lot of property. And our crew usually only consist of like 3 or 4 of us. So we are constantly, like every day is a new place. Yesterday we cleaned out this place, and the only reason I didn't do the cleaning yesterday is because I have school, so I can only dedicate 6-7 hours of my day. Otherwise, I'm risking it cutting into school time, so unfortunately, I have no choice but to get up super early than everyone else before there's even daylight to come and work. But today I slept in, you know. Sometimes you just gotta sleep in, reset, and that's not gonna come off. Son of a bitch. 6, 7. Oh, way more than that. That was just 67 houses was more towards when I first started working. But then slowly we started buying more properties and things like that. And now it's to a point we have more properties than hands-on workers. And everybody is trying to convince my boss to just cut back, because he is, when it comes to money, he is worse than Mr. Krabs. Like whatever to save a dollar, he's gonna do it. You know, there's gonna be people like that. I just pray none of you ever have to deal with them on a daily basis the way I do. It's really draining. You're still in elementary school? Oh, I wish I still was. Enjoy it while you're in it. Time goes by way too quickly, and before you know it, you're an adult with responsibilities, doing jobs and work you don't want to do. You know, on the plus side, people may leave a lot of junk, but they also leave a lot of quote-unquote valuable stuff. Like these last 2 other places that I cleaned out, The people left like 5 flat screen TVs, all in perfect condition, working. They left a bunch of gaming electronics like PS1s, Nintendo 64s. I found a Game Boy under the sink in one of the houses. I haven't tested it to see if it works yet, but. And then my sister found, no lie, $800 worth of change in a matter of 2 days. You hate your 3rd grade teacher? Ooh. Hate is a strong word. I don't think you hate her or hate them. You just don't like them. Don't worry, I didn't like my 3rd grade teacher either. I actually spent more time in trouble in 3rd grade than any other grade. And that was back in the day where, as punishment, like, you wouldn't be allowed to go to gym class. You'd have to sit in class and keep working while everyone else goes to gym class to have fun. Or recess. I don't know if they still do that, because I know that they changed up the school system now. They don't even teach you the ABCs the way that we learned them in school. Yeah, no. I would say in school, probably my kindergarten teacher is my favorite teacher of all time. And if I'm not mistaken, I think she still is a kindergarten teacher. Or she might have moved up a couple grades. But I do know that she's still working at the school. So we're talking, I don't know how long she was there before I was in school, but this was like 2003, 2004, I think-ish, somewhere around there. Miss Thompson, you got tickets taken away? Oh, do you guys do a little ticket system? Like if you get enough tickets throughout the week, you get to have like some kind of party or get some kind of reward? Is that what the tickets are for? Okay, I'm done scrubbing this. I gotta clean it. I cleaned it up as best as I could. Granted, there's no running water or anything like that. Alright, other than the floors, the kitchen is clean. As clean as it's gonna get anyway. Now we gotta move on to the bathroom. Actually, yeah, no. I'm not even gonna be able to really do the toilet either because I don't have a scrub brush. Haven't opened it up, so don't. No, just for candy. Bear cave and gym time. So yeah, essentially it's like a reward system. It's good to know some things haven't changed. Oh my God. I cannot feel my fingers right now. All right. Move on to the next show. Let's see if this mirror will hold you. Knowing my luck, I was going to set it on the mirror, and then bam, it's going to freaking fall. All right. Makins Elementary. Oh, nice. Yeah. Tell me, do you see the point of this? Look how bad the sink is. And that's not dirt, just so y'all know. This black is not dirt. I think they had this idea where they were gonna just paint everything in here black. We got halfway through doing the sink, realized that the paint was not gonna stick, and they just abandoned it. And honestly, I'm kind of wasting my time cleaning it because this whole thing has to get removed. The floor underneath it has to get repaired, and then we got to put a new vanity in. But we're gonna leave that to the plumber. They don't pay me enough to be a plumber and an electrician. But listen, clean is clean. I'm only doing it for my own satisfaction. Never mind. This faucet is so disgusting. So cold in here, I can see my breath. Yeah, these faucets actually might get reused, so I gotta clean them. Oh, damn it. Teased me for a second. A little bit of water came out. Should have known better. It's never my luck to do any of this easily. Yeah, I'm only gonna clean the outside of the toilet. I'm not gonna bother looking inside. Welcome back. Didn't even know you left. Yeah, look at that. Look how dirty that is. It's like one swipe. Look, it's clean again. Y'all, if any of y'all don't know how to clean, I'll show you. I'll teach you a thing or two. Always, don't do what I'm doing. Always make sure you're wearing gloves because you never know. The last thing you want to do is get sick because you cleaned something. You didn't have all the proper equipment. Thankfully, my immune system has been built up from doing this kind of stuff for years, so the chances of me getting sick from doing any of this are slim to none, and I think that's why I'm the one expected to do it. Well, aside from I can do it right and I can do it efficiently. The vanity is literally almost falling onto the toilet. The people that used to live there, probably not clean. No. I'm assuming. I think I can confidently say I've met 2 tenants who, after they left, the only thing I had to do was sweep and mop the floor. That is it. Every other tenant, it's fixing holes in the wall, it's repainting, it's scrubbing down the walls. And you don't know how many people also leave their pets behind. Like, what is the point of having a pet if you're just gonna abandon them when you move to a new place? There's been so many times I go to open the front door and like 12 cats run out the door. Or dogs get freaking, they get placed in a room and essentially left to die. They're malnourished by the time we find them. And then the city doesn't want to do anything about it. Oh, but you want to complain about all the stray animals, but yeah, you want to do nothing about it. You don't want to send the dog control to pick up the animals and send them to one of the 6 shelters throughout town. Like, come on. It's a money thing. Your phone's at 96%. My phone's probably somewhere around 70% because it was at 100 when I started the stream, but streaming tends to be one of those things that will kill my battery very quickly. Just made you a salad with lemon and salt? Oh yeah. Oh, I could really go for a freaking Caesar salad right now, man. F you for freaking making me hungry while I'm working. I could really go for a salad or actually a sub, but I'm gonna wait because apparently we're supposed to be having some pizza and wings for the party, so. And I don't like to eat when I'm at work, especially if the work is cleaning, like so. I don't know, I just have no appetite. Like, I'll be hungry before I start working, and then pretty quickly, my appetite will go away. Even with the most basic of cleaning. I don't know why, it's a weird thing. Okay, yeah, no. These things need to get freaking repainted. You're charging it while watching? Yours is at 8%? Bro, you always be walking around with a dead battery. If we were robots, Nova, you'd be the one that has to sit on the charger at all times. Okay. Scrub Daddy to the rescue. Okay, so that's not gonna come up. Shower time. Which house was the dirtiest? Actually, the one like a couple streets up from my house. It was so bad. And it was because they never let their animals out. I had to use a hand one of the handheld sanders, and I had to sand 1.5 inches of wooded floor down in order to get all of the shit and piss out of the wood. 18 hours with no break. And we even went so far as to rent one of the big industrial sanders that you see, like that are kind of like the janitor's ones at the school. That big one, the big one that they push around. We had to buy an industrial one. That didn't even do it. I had to go back to the hand sander on my hands and knees and freaking just in one spot for good 45 minutes to an hour. Just back and forth, sanding away about 1.5 inches of wood. 18 hours, no break. I ended up tearing a couple of my walls of my heart from it. That was like the first time I actually got injured from overdoing myself at work. It was terrible. And I even had some help here and there, but they only would put in 20 minutes, and then it would be too much for them, and they'd be like, all right, I'm done, I'm leaving. I'm like, all right. Well, unfortunately, someone has to do it, so of course it'll be me. I don't mind doing the hard work. What irritates me is when I do it, it becomes expected. Like I'm a yes guy. I will help anyone out with anything, and I will most likely try to do most of the work, but there comes a point when people just start to expect that you'll say yes every time. And it's like, no, I'm not going to say yes every time. And the fact that you want to get mad at me when I finally do say no, makes no sense. One of the main reasons I even started streaming. Like, it's not even about the money, it's just, I want to be able to work for myself. But at this point, I work more for other people, even randomly, than I do for myself. Which is why I'm going to school, so I can get the credentials that society thinks we need in order to start my own practice. I have an idea about like a therapy retreat. It's kind of like couples retreat. The concept is kind of like a couples retreat, except it's therapy. Straight therapy. And the best part is it'll be practically free. Because that's the one thing that keeps people from going and getting help, is they can't afford it. No, that back hurt? Yep. I would be wearing my mom's back brace, but I can't find it right now. It's buried in all of my stuff. Because when the last time I had to use it was right before I got placed on medical leave. Involuntary medical leave. And you know, for some reason they changed up a lot of the rules and laws when it comes to healthcare. So now it is, if you need to see a cardiologist or if you need to see a special doctor, you have to get referred by a different special doctor within that field. So my thing was, I got placed on medical leave. I needed to see a cardiologist. Well, come to find out, I have to see a cardiologist in order to get referred to another cardiologist that is able to do even more tests to get the paperwork that I needed in order to be able to go back to work. But since I haven't been able to do that, I haven't really been able to get back to work. Hence, I'm back to doing this crap. Yeah. You gotta be at least 13. But trust me, it's much better to stay off the internet as long as possible. Social media is a very bad influence, in my opinion. I grew up without technology, so it really doesn't faze me not to have it. And I actually prefer it that way. I'm very old-fashioned when it comes to talking to people. I very much prefer to talk face to face rather than, through a phone. But it is what it is. Is there a floor back there? Okay, there is. I had to make sure there was still a floor underneath the sink. It didn't look like it. It looked like just one giant hole. Yeah, I gotta get some spray real quick. I'll be right back, guys. If you guys haven't already, please make sure to like up the stream. I know for most of you that are just now tuning in, you're probably wondering why this is a work stream on a gaming channel, but we try to mix it up. The channel is mainly used for gaming, but I do want to be able to branch out more, do more like IRL stuff, especially once the weather gets nice. I want to be able to take you guys like hiking and camping, be a part of the bonfires that I have. The bonfires that I have, bro, I'm talking this house, this place right here, I'd be able to burn this place down, and the type of fires that I have still would consume way more space than what this whole place occupies. Like the whole size of the building itself is smaller than the bonfires that I make, because we'll save probably 2-3 years worth of wood and burnable stuff, pile it all together into one big teepee. And we have to make sure that all the surrounding trees, we cut down all the limbs and stuff, because the flames get so high that if we're not careful, we could start a wildfire with the height of our bonfires. But of course, that's not in town. We have to go out to the country in order to do that. But I'm hoping one of these days during this summer, I'll be able to do that. Take you guys and show you what a real bonfire looks like, what it's like to be outdoors. Really outdoors and one with nature. Too many of you are more concerned with staying inside and being on your phones and tablets and things like that. And we need to get out of that. This new generation grows up with technology. It's a very bad influence. So I think we need to get back to human roots of being outside. Yeah, it's a problem. Half the time. Half the time it's not a problem, the other half of the time it's a big problem. Right. That's probably the biggest thing that you gotta be cautious about when it comes to meeting someone online and then meeting them in real life. That's why I don't like the internet that much, because the internet is pretty much where you can create a whole new identity from the identity that you actually are in real life. As if life isn't confusing enough. Whoops. Oh, I might have woken up the upstairs neighbors. Okay. Need to get that water bottle. Okay, we got water. Big jug of water. All right. Now we just gotta do a little bit of sweeping. All right, and the bathroom is as done as it's gonna be. Now we gotta move on to the living room. Luckily, there's nothing really to scrub in the living room. I just gotta sweep and figure out how I'm going to mop the floors. Oh. Okay, I still gotta clean the windows as well, but you know, we'll get to that eventually. Random bucket of paint. Okay. That's gonna need a scrub. All that dust and hair and stuff. I swept twice already. Once today and once yesterday. And look at that pile. It may look small, but it is not. There should not be that much dirt on the floor after I've already swept. You'd be surprised at how dirty a place can get once the dust settles. Ooh, don't fall. Where'd the white dust just come from? It ain't from me. Dusty Dan. All right, 2 rooms down. Well, technically 3 rooms. All right, now onto this back room that I do not want to touch. There's so much freaking debris on the floor still. You're good. Welcome back. Not like we're doing anything fun. Look at that. Look at that. They left some flowers. So convenient. Ugh. This room is even worse. This room is probably the worst room out of all of them in terms of like just the flooring and stuff. Like look at the tile and all that debris that you see on the floor. Drywall. It's bad. It's crazy. Don't fall. Got you leaning on a window. Yeah, we're just gonna get rid of that. Ain't no point in a lamp being in the wall. Yeah, the flooring in this room needs redone. Everything just needs to be torn up to the joists. New flooring needs to be put in, but you know, knowing my boss, he's gonna MacGyver it at most. Sorry, I had a phone call. Mom was trying to find my sister. Hey, look, kitty in the back. You see him? Oh, never mind. He left. He saw me trying to scope him out with the phone. He was like, nope, not happening. Ugh. There's the missing floor piece. Let's stick her back in place. Yeah, it's not gonna stick, but it's better than what it was. I'm gonna have to clean these windows here in a minute. After we finish getting all these rooms swept up. Anybody want a random rock? Don't know why they have a rock in here. Ugh. People are weird. Gotta move this now. Got my work gloves. Oh, okay. So it's not as bad as the other fridge. Oh, wait, I lied. Ugh. You can tell this thing has been unplugged for a minute. It's got that, it's not even mildewy, but it's got that like disgusting dry smell to it. If you guys have ever plugged in a refrigerator after it's been sitting unplugged for a while, I'm sure you know what I'm referring to. Yeah. But if you don't, just know it's not a smell you can get used to, nor is it pleasant in any manner. Why? They patch a hole with freaking clothes. What the hell is this? Makes no sense. I can't even remove it because if I remove it, it's most likely gonna pull more of the wall. And then this is gonna be even bigger of a mess. That's garbage. Y'all see how dirty this place is? And somehow the tenants still managed to leave behind 4 brooms and 2 dustpans. Doesn't seem like they ever cleaned them though. This is one of them. This is another one. It was already here when I came in. All right. I don't know if I should do the windows. Probably should. Yeah. I just gotta sweep the freaking kitchen and then clean the windows. And then this is gonna be done. So there's not really much left I can do with some missing supplies, you know? That's what it is. They also left a big ass roll of garbage bags. They got all these cleaning supplies, never seem to use them. Anybody want a mini broom? These things are always so funny to me. Like, what is the point of a mini broom? Okay, hold on. Put that away. Will this come up? I have no idea. I was just looking at something. Oh yeah, the wall. gotta see if this wall is even cleanable. So many grease marks. Scrub daddy, do your job. These cobwebs down real quick. Clean with one hand. I gotta clean my freaking hand real quick. All right, guys. I appreciate all of you guys being here. I hope you guys enjoyed this little work stream. Maybe I'll do a stream and you guys can see if we end up finding anything of value in the places that we clean out. It's like I said, we find money, we find electronics, find movies, because I'm a big movie head. I've got well over 3,000 movies. I've got so many movies, there's not even enough cases or space in my place for them. But, you know, I collect and I collect and I keep collecting. And I guess that kind of makes me a hoarder to some degree, but at least it's valuable stuff that I use. Unlike a lot of these people that don't freaking use anything that they keep. But I appreciate all you guys being here. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day or night, whatever time it is you happen to see this. And I'm going to finish sweeping this floor. I'm going to wipe down the windows, and then I'm getting out of here. Peace.